and good afternoon, and welcome to LIU Post. Today we have the 2025 edition of the Rising Stars Bowl presented by Move the Chains Academy. This is Andre Johnson here at Sage Media. I'm really happy to be back. Nothing against basketball. Nothing against basketball. But, you know, football, that's really my thing. And, of course, I am not alone here. I have the new college graduate, Jared Veluzzi, on the mic. Jared, what's going on, man?
Andre, thank you so much for having me once again. And, I mean, last year I really felt it when we came to the Rising Stars Bowl of, wow, like, we get football in May, and, I mean, I'm getting the same exact feeling now. The atmosphere is absolutely unbelievable so far. And, I can't wait for kickoff. And, thank you for that shout-out as well.
Listen, man, new college graduate, that's what we're all striving to do. So if you guys are new to Sage Media, if you're coming from the Long Island side, welcome. Here we have the live chat open, so subscribe to the Sage Media YouTube channel and get involved in the chat. We like to have it feel like a real live stream. It's not just a broadcast, you know, giving you our thoughts with no back and forth, you know what I'm saying? So definitely make sure you get into the chat. Be respectful. I am right in the chat. I will block you.
It's been done before.
Yeah, man. So, Jared, Long Island took the loss last year, 7-0, and this year we are in LIU, Long Island home soil. It's their turn to defend home turf. And when I look at this roster, the thing that really stands out, of course, are these running backs. So how about you talk about them?
Oh, man, it is really, really unbelievable when you look at this type of talent that we have in this game. And, I mean, you start off on Team Long Island, of course, the big name that jumps out is Jaquan Thomas from William Floyd.
Number 0 today.
Yeah, number 0 today. Make sure to look out for him because when he gets going, he is so tough to stop. You're over 220 pounds, and he can run at a really high speed. So he was a beast last year. And if you're an NYC fan, listen, Thomas, he led all of Long Island in rushing last year, helped this team get to the Long Island Class 1 championship game. He's excellent. And also, kind of at the running back, they might use him at wide receiver as well. Joe Benedetto out of Ward Melville had a breakout year. He actually helped Ward Melville take down Jaquan Thomas and William Floyd in the regular season. They ended up losing in the championship, but Benedetto is another elite type of athlete for Team Long Island, so really, really looking forward to him playing today.
No, absolutely. And another thing we're going to just talk about Team Long Island, it's this linebacking core. This linebacking core, I guess I was going to say led by, I mean, these are all all-stars here, but this linebacking core led by number 6 today from Cary High School, Justin DiPietro, linebacker of the year, defensive player of the year. I mean, you watch his film. First of all, I got a chance to interview him, a little mini interview. Hopefully you guys saw it on Instagram. And I asked him, how'd you fall in love with football? He said, I like to hit people, and this is the best sport to do it in. So just talk about the only sophomore in this game, Justin DiPietro.
He's the definition, and I keep saying it, that he's just an old-school linebacker. If you go up the middle, DiPietro's there, and he's going to make you feel it. He is an incredible talent from Cary. And, Andre, you mentioned those awards that he won, Linebacker of the Year, County Defensive Player of the Year. Doing that as just a sophomore is so, so rare and so impressive. He is incredible, but he's also joined by some other amazing linebackers in this game, like Jovan Bonilla, made himself known in the Catholic League the last 2 years. He was excellent for St. John the Baptist. Honestly, was a big piece on why they won the championship back when he was a sophomore. Bonilla, another really tough, hard-nosed linebacker, and also a guy to look out for as well. On Team Long Island, Tristan Tarasi is a part of that linebacking core. He was known for playing defensive line for Massapequa, and his athleticism was off the charts. He helped Massapequa win a Long Island championship, but now he's playing linebacker here today. I mean, look at Tarasi, Bonilla, DiPietro, all these different types of guys, man, as well as some other linebackers that we'll talk about later that are just really, really good.
Absolutely. To go to the chat, Christian King, former Canarsie player. How you doing, my guy? Wishing you the best of luck. Congratulations with all of your offers. We love to see that. I see the red and blue. Now, we have a couple of teams here. So typically the red and blue are a Dutchman fan. So let us know who you're rooting for. Coach Perlo.
Perlo in the chat?
No betting talk in the chat. But I
what
won't
he
time
said?
you out, Perlo.
Oh, I was going to say, I might have to take a look, actually.
So, he was just saying that NYC were underdogs last year at home. So, let's see. I mean, it's an all-star game. I don't know who is an underdog, who is favored.
Yeah, it's tough.
So, but big shout-out to Coach Perlo. He was the head coach of APR who coached Team NYC last year to a 7-0 victory. So, nice to see you in the chat. Ibra, if I'm not mistaken, that is the championship kicker for Curtis.
Yeah. It's the Curtis kicker right there.
Shout out to you, my guy. And who's asking for when does this start? It looks like they're kind of in the warm-up still. Of course, we had a 5 o'clock kickoff schedule time, but Team NYC is still in their individuals. So I would say probably another 10, 15 minutes. So I guess you get a little mini New York football talk.
Yeah, we're back, baby.
Podcast right now. Perlo, is all good, man. Definitely let us know who you're rooting for in the chat. Team NYC, Team Long Island, who you're rooting for, etc. And I'm just going to stick with Team Long Island because I think the key for Team Long Island today is for them to get number 7, Cole Villalta, really involved today. He is tall receiver, good hands, great possession. I think he's going to be the key for their offense.
He's a matchup nightmare. If you're able to get the big fella going, it's dangerous. Villalta, I believe he's at 6'4".
Yeah.
He can go up and get it. And what he's done on the 7-on-7 circuit is really, really impressive. He's been a beast for Massapequa. He's going to be their top receiver this year. He'll be the guy in the fall, but he's someone to really look out for in this game. And honestly, a very good challenge for these New York City defensive backs because, when you have to go against those studs in the PSAL, it's good to get reps against one of Long Island's best early here in May.
Yeah, and Mr. Villalta, he's following in the footsteps of his brother who played in this game. Another LIC for Massapequa. Congratulations to them. And the main quarterback, the quarterback I was the most impressed with watching was Matthew Kurz from Clark High School. Had a big year for Clark, and he was the most impressive to me when I watched Team Long Island's practice. There's also Timothy Stanley from Division. I think he's a very able thrower as well. So they only have 2 quarterbacks, so these 2 players are going to get a lot of burn today.
Yeah, no, and you talk about Matthew Kurtz. He definitely looks the part, more of a taller quarterback.
You're saying Timothy is not playing today. Excuse me.
Okay,
Timothy is actually
playing.
hurt. Yes, Timothy is out. So it is going to be Michael Spinella. Yes.
Yeah, and
sure.
that's actually good point that you made. Michael Spinella, he's at Seaford High School, very talented quarterback. And Seaford, for people that aren't familiar with small school Nassau County football, Seaford only ran the ball for a really long time. But once Spinella came and a couple really good receivers, they really were slinging the ball all over the field. Spinella had some really good moments. I'm excited to see what he does with some great wideouts here, a really good New York City defense. And Matthew Kurtz was great at Clark. He made some noise, has some pretty good film. But Clark and Seaford, they are in Nassau County Conference 4 due to their school size, so it will be entertaining seeing them go against a New York City secondary with some of the best DBs in the city.
And that's a very good segue. I think that is possibly New York City's strongest position group, and it's no surprise they have a bunch of Dutchmen back there in the secondary. Of course, led by, he's wearing number 15 today, transfer David Jacob, came over from South Shore, and I told him even before this game, he is one of the most important players today because he is the one that's going to have to come into the hole and tackle big Jaquan Thomas. So David Jacob, he has to have a huge game for Team NYC, along with number 21. Y'all probably know him better as Straps, Jasir Harris. I know he's one of your favorites. Talk about Jasir.
Yeah, those are two really, really talented players. And Jasir Harris, when you talk about from a technical standpoint, one of the best, especially with his footwork. And he's truly battle-tested where he had to go against, so many top receivers last year in the PSAL 4A. So really excited to watch Jasir here today. But also David Jacob, who you mentioned. He is an excellent tackler. He really popped out on film with how hard he was able to hit. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Jacob here today. And honestly, both of them on the same field. It's a little bit of a preview of
yes.
this new E-Hall secondary. And they also got some other very good players playing with them today.
Absolutely. And, of course, just to talk about their linebacking core, definitely led by, again, we're going to say a lot about the Dutchman. The Dutchman have quite a few players playing today, but he's wearing number 19 today, Kendall Brown. One of the stars as a junior for the Dutchman. It's going to be huge for him, and number 34 also from E-Hall, Zaire Walden. It's going to be huge for those two players to really stop the Team Long Island from running the ball, especially with their backs.
Yeah, Team Long Island, they are going to be a real threat running the football, especially, they have some good linemen along with those running backs. So, yeah, Kendall Brown, he's going to have a big day today.
Absolutely. And to move to, real quick, the defensive side, one player I am very, very impressed with. Of course, they changed numbers a bit, so I'm a little all over the place. But from Fordham Prep, number 3, Kevin Cameron. I was really, really impressed with his tenacity, how he took on double teams during practice. And it's kind of interesting because, I'm talking about practice so much. We haven't seen these guys in actual games since November, December. But, yeah, I was really impressed with number 3, Kevin Cameron from Fordham Prep. I think he's going to be a lot to handle on that defensive line. And to transition to Team NYC's offense, it all starts with all-state running back, number 4, wearing number 4 today, Tyshawn Ben. Talk about this player, Jared.
Man, Tyshawn Ben, it has honestly just been such a pleasure watching Ben play throughout his 4 years. He made such an impact when he was a freshman, and now he's going to be a senior. But he's just been a monster at Tottenville. He's had such a special career so far, but his athleticism and able just to make plays when his team needs it most is just a really impressive trait. So I'm very excited to see what he does here today and how Team New York City can get him the ball in space.
And playing quarterback is, of course, Kendu Brown. We're talking about a lot of Dutchmen, man.
Yeah.
Kendu Brown wearing number 10. Sorry, the pause is because I'm looking for their numbers because they're all wearing different numbers today. So number 10, Kendu Brown, got a lot of reps at quarterback this year for the Dutchman, who finished runners-up in that PSAL 4A. It's a big, big day for him. There's a lot of college scouts here, and he really has a chance to really showcase his skills. He has a very, very talented wide receiving core, I would say, led by Adrian Antoine from South Shore. Adrian will be wearing number 12. Travis Harris from Eagle Academy. And, of course, the player I think is going to make the biggest impact today, maybe for both teams, is number 1, Kasim Cromwell from Port Richmond. I mean, what position does he play? He plays everything.
Everything. Yeah, as I was, of course, some people know I made the preview video of just some players to watch. And as I was going through Kasim Cromwell's film, like if you just go a minute and a half in, 2 minutes, he takes a fake punt like 65 yards against Lincoln,
He's
making
on the right side
miss.
of the field, crossing the whole
Yeah, and it's
side.
just like unfair. And Cromwell, incredible during his junior season. Wherever Team New York City decides to play him, he's going to have a huge impact today. But that receiver core that you just mentioned, Andre, I mean, Adrian Antoine, Travis Harris, Kasim Cromwell, as well as Rocco from St. Francis Prep. I believe he had 8 touchdowns last year. He was really, really good for the Terriers. So just an absolutely loaded wide receiver core. And I'm looking on the paper as well as you are, and there's definitely some more wideouts that are going to make a big-time impact here today.
Absolutely. So We're going to go to the ad reads here. So first, one of the sponsors of this game is Be Great Academy. Be Great Academy is a Brooklyn-based athletic and academic Be Great Academy is a Brooklyn-based athletic and academic development program committed to empowering youth through structured support, competitive athletics, and purpose-driven mentorship. Founded by former athletes who understand the value of discipline, teamwork, and opportunity, we serve boys and girls from elementary through high school, focusing on uplifting youth in underserved communities, including Brownsville, East New York, and Canarsie. Contact us at our Instagram for more information.
Number 10,
Thank you,
Kendrick Brown.
Be Great Academy, for sponsoring today's
Number 4,
stream.
Tyshawn Bent.
And also, the Lineman Factory. This All-Star game didn't happen without the trenches, and the Lineman Factory is all over this field. From footwork to driving to the goal line, we train the East Coast elite offensive and defensive linemen to outwork, outfight, and outlast the competition. If you are serious about dominating the trenches, there's only one place to go, Lineman Factory, where linemen are made. Contact us on our Instagram or at the phone number you see on this screen. And of course, the last one, I mean, we wouldn't be here without Move the Chains Academy, man. Shout out to my guy, Coach Mack. Move the Chains Academy is home to New York's largest and most competitive 7-on-7 program. They are also the proud organizers of the prestigious Rising Stars game and the New York 8th grade All-Star game June 7th. This year, we are excited to host the Riley Classic. They did a great job hosting the Riley Classic. Don't miss the action. Follow Move the Chains Academy
Number 6,
on all
Justin
social
DiPietro.
medias. So,
Number 3, Stan Numa. And number 74.
So just so you
Ryan
guys
Healy.
know, there is no sacking of the quarterback today, so all the quarterbacks will stay upright today. There's also no blitzing. And for special teams, they're going to let the punters and the kickers kick off, but there's going to be no special teams
ladies and gentlemen,
return.
make some noise. Here we go. Get ready for the opening. Kickoff.
Here we go,
NYC,
Jared.
Long Island.
Make sure you guys get
Rising
involved in the chat. I
Stars.
see 220 people in the chat. We are about to kick off here at the beautiful LIU Stadium at Bethpage.
Man, Andre, I got goosebumps right now. It's about to be an incredible game with some of the best talent in the 5 boroughs and the island. It's, last year's game was loaded, and, I thought it'd be hard to replicate it, but it really wasn't that hard as we got so many of the top guys, and how could you not?
Listen, Jaquan Thomas, William Floyd, All-State. Justin DiPietro, All-State. Number 53, Tristan Taurasi, Long Island champion, All-State. Number 4, Tyshawn Bent, All-State. All conference players littered throughout the field.
Yep.
I'm seeing a lot of love for Team NYC. Let me see some more. Would also like to see some love for Team Long Island. Team Long Island is in the black. Team NYC is in the white. Team NYC is the road team. Fans are starting to fill in here.
I was going to say, it's looking pretty good on that side over there. And Team NYC last year, they're the home team. They were in the red. And it was such a thriller. The Tajay Schulters touchdown, put them up late. Yeah, hopefully we get I honestly think it will be a really close game like last time.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another very physical game. When I was at the Long Island practice, that's the thing. I went to both practices, and the difference I saw, Long Island was very, very physical. Of course, everybody was safe. The coaches were like, whoa, don't be too physical with my players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And keep
but,
it, yeah.
These Long Island players, like I said, led by Justin DiPietro, they are trying to hit. And again, Tristan Taurasi, just like you were saying, he played a lot of D tackle or D end for the Mustangs. And now he's playing some linebackers, so I'm curious to see, he's going to show his versatility today.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm also excited to see the big guys in the trenches. We give Taurasi a lot of credit, but also on Team Long Island, Ryan Healy, one of the, top linemen from Southside. Trevon Cole Jenkins, beast from Hills East. He's been absolutely excellent throughout his varsity career. And Malachi Collins from Elmont, another great offensive lineman from Nassau County. So very exciting to see how they do.
All right, so we're going to go to the national anthem. So we're going to go quiet. Man, I'm sure you guys enjoyed all of the social media content we put together for this game. But now it's time for football, man. Wow. Somebody in the chat saying Shaquan Thomas, Gatorade Player of the Year candidate in New York.
And he is. He's definitely a preseason candidate.
Absolutely, and we are ready to go. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Team Long Island. Again, Team Long Island is in the black, And let's see what yard line they pick it up from. It looks like they will start at the 25-yard line.
First drive.
All right, let's see. At quarterback, looks like it's Matthew Kurz. He's going to hand it off to Mr. Falk. Has a nice lane. What a solid tackle. And has David Jacob on the tackle. That was number 5 from Seaford, Brian Falk on the carry.
I mean, what a matchup that is. I mean, you saw Brian Falk hit the hole hard there. Excellent running back out of Seaford. He's going to West Point to play lacrosse. Wouldn't be surprised if he plays some football.
LaForest on the stop.
There's Jonathan LaForest
Fourth
on
down
the tackle.
Less than a yard.
As LaForest from Canarsie, part of a really good Canarsie defensive line unit last season. But now 4th and inches. Team Long Island already 1 for 1 on their first possession here when it comes to 4th down. As Kurtz in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. And they give back to Thomas. He's got some space, lowering the shoulder, and he's got a plenty for the first down.
First down, Long Island.
And Team Long Island right back to the line of scrimmage. Some fast-paced offense. Another give to Thomas. And he'll stumble forward for a couple yards.
Thomas, the ball carrier. 58, Jair Edwards on the stop.
It's been a very successful drive for Team Long Island, especially running the football. We saw Brian Falk get a bunch of carries here on this first drive. Now it's Jaquan Thomas, and it's another carry. And Thomas, once again, getting a bunch of yards, and
Thomas,
Team Long Island moving the chains.
Number 19, Kendall Brown, in on the stop. That results in a Long Island first down. Timeout. Timeout, NYC.
And Team New York City takes a timeout as Team Long Island in the red zone, looking to strike first here in the Rising Stars Bowl.
So that's one of the great things about having the chat. They let me know there was some stream problems. We got that settled. So we're back. Apologies on that. You know, first time in LIU, so getting things a bit situated here. But we should be good to go now. Really appreciate you guys for letting us know that there was an issue. But now we should be good to go. So it is 5:59. That looks like 5:59 on the clock. So Jared, so what did you guys miss? Team Long Island got another first down, so you missed 2 plays, literally. So, but of course that's not acceptable, you know. Like I said, we're getting things a little situated over here, but we should be good to go. So Team NYC needed that timeout.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, Jaquan Thomas and Brian Falk have looked really good for Team Long Island as well as the offensive line, but we knew running the football could have definitely been a strength for Team LI, and we're seeing it here early.
Yeah, shout out to Jarsh Kama, who's actually in the chat, so I guess he could not play today, saying shout out to Jack McCarthy, his old lineman. So, Josh, unfortunately you couldn't play today, but you're definitely missed.
1st and 10.
Thanks for being in the chat.
Long Island on the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 on the 11.
So Team Long Island is on the 11-yard line. Falk still in the game. Kurz. He's going to sprint out to the right. Looking. He's going to dump it off. Yeah, I think he just threw that one away.
Kurz pass is incomplete.
5:55 on the clock.
That was good pressure from Team NYC. It was
Second
Kendall
down.
Brown from Erasmus Hall getting to the quarterback, forcing a little quick throwaway. And Brown, not the first time we've mentioned his name, definitely won't be the last. Very, very good linebacker from E-Hall, making a big-time play. And let's see if Team NYC can string together some stops.
All right, so this could be a 2nd down here. After the incomplete pass. Hands it off to Mr. Falk. No room there, though. See number 54 in there and number 0 from Team NYC. So that is Shabayo from Mount St. Michael, number 0, and number 54 from APR, Kanuku. Excuse me if I said that wrong.
No, I've actually talked with Coach Perlow about pronouncing his name before, and it's not easy. He gave me the okay that it's fine. But Rock is a very good player. Perlow has gave him his praise, and makes a good stop there.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 10. Little counter action, but Amari Britt is not fooled. Xavier Hughes also in on the tackle, but that was definitely Amari Britt. Shout out to Coach Ed in the chat.
In on the stop, number 71, Amari Britt.
Yeah, I saw the bright orange helmet from here. Britt, an FJM product, and he is so good in the trenches. Big time stop from him.
All right, so it's going to be a 4th down. 4th and about 12 from about, let's call that the 12-yard line. So I guess the first down is almost like on the inch-yard line. Matthew throws it in the middle, incomplete. No flags on the field. Team NYC, bend but don't break.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Andre. A great drive from Team Long Island. It looked so promising to get into the end zone, but Team NYC's defense able to stand tall, making a big-time play as they finally get that 4th down stop after letting up 2 previous. And the NYC coaching staff was fired up after that stop. A lot of energy here on that near sideline, and now we get a chance to look at this offense.
Absolutely. So starting at quarterback, it will be number 10 from Erasmus Hall, Kendu Brown. Sends Kasim in motion. Kasim on the jet sweep, makes 1 miss, makes 2, makes 3 miss. I mean, that's what Kasim does, down to the 25-yard line.
Cromwell so dangerous, it's me. I said 99% of the time the first guy will not bring down Kasim Cromwell. He makes a big play there, but expect him to, potentially break out downfield and really take one a long way.
2nd down and 6.
So this would be a 2nd and 6. Kendu wasn't expecting it, and neither was the receiver. That whole play was just completely thrown off from the opening snap.
Yeah, miscommunication, that will happen occasionally here, all-star games, obviously. But now it brings up a big 3rd down for Team New York City.
One thing I will say, that was a very accurate throw. I mean, it hit him right, almost hit him in his helmet. So it is a 3rd down. We'll get that updated for you. So it's a 3rd down. First down is the 30-yard line, so let's call it 3rd and 7. Kendu sends a man in motion. Looks left. Throws left. Has a man. It's caught. That's number 14 from St. Francis Prep, Sean Ibert. First down, Team NYC.
Yeah, Ibert's a guy I'm looking forward to see play today. Of course, I was pumping up Stevie Rocco earlier, who had a lot of great stats. But Sean Ibert, man, he's going to be a very good player for the Terriers this season. A team that returns a lot. They have a JV championship team coming up. So I'm excited to see Ibert and St. Francis Prep, and especially those Terriers that are here today.
Yeah, so we're a little unsynced with the game clock. Game clock has it at 3:10, so we're just going to wait a minute. 3:10, Coach Perlow shouting out the Team NYC coaching staff. Spread formation for Kendu. Looks left, throws the screen to Adrian, and he just can't haul it in. Had a lot of space there. He's going to have to shake that one off.
Yeah, and Adrian Antoine's another one of those players. If he has space, it can get dangerous. He really proved it at South Shore last year. The Vikings, they threw a lot of screens, and Antoine, when he had room, he was making plays.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 10. Hands off to Tyshawn for the first time, and that's a very, very good stop. Looking for him to get off the pile. That was number 52 for Team Long Island, John Suarez from Copeg.
Number 52, John Suarez.
And that's what makes this game so great, because Copeg, smaller school, they definitely don't get that lot of attention, and we got Suarez there making a big-time play.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 7. First down is the 46-yard line. 2:16 on the clock. Remember, the clock on the screen is unofficial. Coach Ed says congratulations for graduating, Jared.
Thank you, Coach Ed. Really appreciate it.
Handoff to Mr. Bent. Has a bit of a lane, and he has enough for that first down. Mr. Tyshawn Bent.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, 3rd and 7. If you have a guy like Tyshawn Bent in the backfield, I definitely, like the call of just finding a way to get the ball in his hands. Bent makes a big-time play. Chains are moving.
Yeah, why not? I mean, 3rd and 7. Just give it to Tyshawn Bent.
Yeah.
All-state player. Been starting since his freshman year.
He gets 7 yards.
We don't have to overthink it. We got Tyshawn back there. So 1st and 10.
1st and 10 on 47.
Spread formation again. Sends Kasim in motion. Fakes the handoff. Right back. Ball's on the ground. And it looks like Tyshawn fell on it. That could have been catastrophic for Team NYC.
Yeah, after a couple of good offensive plays in a row, Team Long Island's defense almost made a massive play there, but Tyshawn, good job not panicking and being able to stay with that football.
Yeah, you definitely have to say that. So second down. Second and about 12. Kendu throws it, tries to go for the back shoulder to Kasim on the near sideline, but it's incomplete.
Ground pass incomplete. Intended for Kasim Cromwell.
Yeah, I like the idea there, trying to throw it up to Cromwell. Good matchup here on the near side. Kasim Cromwell going against Stan Numa from Long Island Lutheran. Numa, really good athlete, and he was one of many Crusaders that had a good season in that secondary.
So it's third down, third and about 12. Kendu looking, still up, and they called it a sack. Ooh. Called it a sack. So I guess they got two hands on him, but I thought Kendu could have stepped up into the pocket there. Maybe, what do you think, Jared? Early whistle?
Yeah, those are going to be tough calls here today. I think Kendu is able to, step up and potentially throw it, but I understand why the refs, decided.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of tough, too, because the defensive linemen aren't coming with the ferocity to really hit you.
18.
So they have to kind of almost go with a two-hand touch kind of thing, like, hey, I got you.
Yeah, like,
because
okay, I got you, instead of, how they usually play, where hey, this could be a really hard hit. But it's May, can't do that just yet. Got to wait till September.
Absolutely. So the full time went off, but it looks like they're going to get that punt off is Kasim. I mean, what can't he do? It's a good punt, man. I mean, that was a good punt. That was 40 yards. What can't Kasim do?
This kid does everything. He does everything.
So it looks like that is going to be the end of the first quarter. Should be. Our score is Team NYC 0, Team Long Island 0. Jared, what did you think about that first quarter, man?
It was really fun, man. Very entertaining. Good drive from Team Long Island to start things off. Really showcase, those amazing talents at running back. And for Team NYC, they just punted. They really showed some flashes there offensively. Good first quarter. I'm excited to see what's next.
Absolutely. So let's go to some quick ad reads. Let's go quickly to Be Great Academy. So again, thank you to Be Great Academy for sponsoring. Be Great Academy is a Brooklyn-based athletic and academic development program committed to empowering youth through structured support, competitive athletics, and purpose-driven mentorship. Founded by former athletes who understand the value of discipline, teamwork, and opportunity, we serve boys and girls from elementary through high school, focusing on uplifting youth in underserved communities, including Brownsville, East New York, and Canarsie. Contact us at our Instagram for more information. So we're only going to do one ad read so far, so let's go back to the scoreboard. Producers, though. Let me get you involved, Zoe. How you doing? You doing good? Happy to be back here? Zoe's hot. Quick handoff.
Lack of AC in here right now.
It's tough, but listen, man. We from New York.
We do this.
It's I'll take the heat. Listen, this is what I always say. I would always rather be warm than cold. And in New York, we are cold more often than not.
That's a good point.
About 4
Would not want to go back to
down.
February right now.
Yeah, come on. You just came from Boston, man. I know you don't want to be in this cold.
Yeah.
All right, so Matthew still in that quarterback. Second down, handoff. Looks like that was looked like it was Oliphant. I saw the black helmet. Let me see when he gets up. Yeah, that is. That was number 0, which we don't have a 0. Oh, yes, we do. Excuse me.
Yeah.
That's Jaquan Thomas. I didn't even realize he was wearing a black helmet. So that's Jaquan Thomas on the handoff.
No, 99,
so it's going to be a
Brown,
3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3 here. I can see a handoff to Mr. Thomas again, sends the man in motion. That's what they do, pull 2, and you're going to need more than 2 or 3 to bring down Jaquan.
Thomas, the ball carrier.
What a tough runner as he gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, Tom is so difficult to bring down. Good play there. I also love the play call from the Team Long Island coaching staff. Kind of had me fooled for a second, but they give us the Thomas, and he was successful.
Yeah, the Team Long Island said, listen, we're not in this to be pretty. We're playing smash mouth football. Try to stop us. Ron in the chat showing his support
First
for
down, Long
Jaquan.
Island.
Love to see that. Trips to the bottom of your screen. 10:23 on the clock. Looking to throw. Matthew has a man. It's caught. That's a good game. Look like that's number 17. That's Kyair Griffin, excuse me. Kyair from Lehigh.
Yeah, good catch from Griffin. Another explosive
number
Lehigh
17, Kyair
athlete,
Griffin.
making a pretty good play there. And then some New York City defenders able to get him out of bounds.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 5. Pitches it out to Jaquan. Has a bit of a lane. Still on his feet. I mean, you can see, like, these players are coming in. You guys can't just come in with your shoulder. You need to cut the man in half because Jaquan is tough to bring down.
On the stop.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly who got in on the stop, but that was good play there by the Team New York City defense.
But it's still enough for another Team Long Island first down.
Yeah, there's moving the chains, man. And that's like when you have those running backs like Brian Falk and like Jaquan Thomas, they are just known for getting first downs. 4 yards, 6 yards, and really making life tough on the defense.
Absolutely. So it looks like maybe the quarterbacks will split halves. Not sure. Maybe they're going 2 for 2. Matthew Kurz from Clark High School still in. Rolls out to the left. Throws left. Has a man. It's Oliphant, but he can't bring it in.
Pass is complete.
And honestly, that was a good throw from Matthew there.
Number 1, Darren Oliphant.
Yeah, almost got it there, and that's going to be a good connection to watch like throughout the game. You know, Matthew Kurz has shown some promise, and Oliphant, he was excellent at Uniondale. You know, Uniondale tried to get him into space as much as possible during their season, and he made some highlight reel plays, whether he was at Wildcat quarterback or if, you know, he was in special teams or just taking end arounds.
It's 9:12 on the clock, so I'm going to let it run for a bit. Hand off to Mr. Falk, cuts it to the outside, has a bit of a lane to the outside. That looked like that was Mr. Britt on the tackle again. No, that's number 25 from Sheepshead Bay, Jacob Reed on the stop. But that's another Team Long Island first down, Jared. But someone is hurt, unfortunately. So if you're new to Sage Media, when a player is hurt, we like to take the camera off him. You know, he's having a tough moment, so we just like to, you know, give him some privacy. I don't think if you're rolling around in pain, you want that all over the internet. We have 350 people tuning in. Really appreciate everyone for supporting Move the Chains, Sage Media Solutions. We can't see the player who is down. Jared, do you see the players down?
I do not.
So we'll try to give you guys more information. It is a Team Long Island player, it looks like. So I see. So for I know you guys can't see because we like to take the camera off, but it's a player on the Team Long Island sideline, and all of the coaches are surrounding him right now. So once we have more information, we will give that to you. So we're going to go to a quick ad read. Let's go to our friends at the Lyman Factory. So the Lyman Factory, this All-Star game didn't happen without the trenches and Lyman Factory. Lyman Factory is all over this field. From footwork to driving to the goal line, we train the East Coast elite offensive and defensive linemen to outwork, outfight, and outlast the competition. If you're serious about dominating the trenches, there's only one place to go, Lineman Factory. Lineman Factory is where linemen are made. Contact us on Instagram or the phone number you see on the screen. So again, we're really not sure who is the injured player. Okay, I can see now. It is. I see who it is. I'm just looking for the number. It looks like number 21 from Team Long Island. Excuse me, 21 from Team NYC, actually. So, all right, we think it's Jasir Harris, the E-Hall player. Jared, you see him over there? That's 21 over there, right? Jared, who wears glasses, I'm asking him to look all the way across the screen.
Unfortunately.
All the way across the field.
I'll say, unfortunately, these are sunglasses as well.
I seriously set Jared up to fail just now. Yeah, Amir, thank you.
It's 21.
Yeah, it's just here. So
yeah,
Amir
is
definitely
able to
our.
Help me out a little bit with these.
Jared just got a pair of binoculars. So it seems like Amir is our sideline reporter, Amir Murrow, because he's in the chat. He let us know it was someone from Team NYC. So Amir Murrow, not only is he Division I prospect, but he's also sideline reporter for Sage Media. Congratulations on the hire, Amir. So first down for Team Long Island. We're going to pitch it out. Big lane here. Cut, but it's going to be our first flag of the day.
Penalty marker on the play.
Our guy Ray Jarvis in the chat. What's going on? We're going to be back online
Holding
soon,
on
Ray.
the offense.
A whole slate of PSAL Spring Championships is coming. Make sure you guys share this stream out to support. The reason why I love this game so much is, you know, these are the players that we're going to see next year. You know, so it's great that, just like you're saying, Matthew Kurz from a smaller high school in Clark, he gets to put his towns up against the best in New York State, where he wouldn't really get that opportunity in such a small division.
Yeah, it's the best. You know, and same with Brian Falk, you know, Seaford, much smaller high school, and he's running hard and making plays against some of the best players in the city. It doesn't get much better than that.
Throwing deep. What a catch, but he looks like he's out of bounds. Incomplete, but Cole Villalta. What a catch on his sideline. Let's mark that as a replay.
What a snag. Let's see it again.
I'll let you know when it's ready.
I was going to say,
we're going to get that
no,
replay.
Cole Villalta, that's what we talked about in the pregame, his ability to just go up and get it. He high points the ball very well, and he's just such a playmaker downfield. Very, very fun to watch.
Second down.
So now second down for Team Long Island. Falk once again in the backfield. Kurtz is going to roll right. He's going to throw it to the far side. And it looked like Oliphant held it in. And we mentioned that connection is going to, click at some point. There it is. Great throw from Kurtz. An even better snag from Oliphant.
First down.
So the first big-time passing play that I guess you can mark as actually complete, as it seems like Matthew Kurtz is finally finding that rhythm that we know he has in his bag. So great play from him. Team Long Island now inside the 40-yard line.
First and 10 on the 36.
Once again, it is Kurtz at quarterback. This time, the pitch to the left side. Folk unable to get away from the Team NYC defenders. As that time for NYC, once again, it was Shabayo from Mount St. Michael, a guy that we mentioned earlier, making a big-time play. So he's kind of getting in all over the field here.
Loss of 4 yards on the play, 2nd down.
So great tackle for loss there from Shabayo. Team Long Island facing a little bit of a 2nd and long. Jaquan Thomas back in the game. He's on the right side of Kurtz. And Kurtz takes the snap. The give is to Thomas, but he is chased down from behind. Another good stop from Team NYC.
And that was number 58, Jair Edwards from APR. On the stop.
And Andre, let me tell you, Jair Edwards, really good player for Mount St. Michael throughout the years. What a great pickup for Coach Perlow and A. Philip Randolph. He is going to be a big-time player in the PSAL this year. New York City fans, look out. Jair Edwards has been a very impactful varsity player for the past couple of years.
So Matthew still in at quarterback. Thomas to the right of him. Rolls out right. Looking. It looks like it's coming back regardless of what happens. And that was a good play by Kendall Brown, number 19, but it looks like it was a holding. I can't see Team NYC accepting. Shout out to Nazir Brown in the chat. Rising junior, one of the biggest stars in New York City, linebacker number 5 for Erasmus Hall. Expecting big things from Mr. Nazir.
Has been declined.
So that penalty was declined. So Amir Moreau is saying he needs $200 an hour. So you hear that? You hear that? $200 an hour? Yo, they swear Sage Media makes so much money, man.
We can afford that.
Yo, you sponsoring? Uzi Sports?
Yeah, no big deal.
This live stream is brought to you by Uzi Sports. So Uzi Sports is
13.
200
all right, big 4th down here, 4th and 15. Looking deep, and that is going to be the interception. Excuse me, that is going to be a sack. So turnover on downs. Now, in my opinion, Matthew, you're my man. It's an all-star game. Throw that thing up.
Toss it up and see what happens. Some good wideouts, but hey, man, great stop from Team NYC. That time it was Michael Cybalski from Moore Catholic, one of those talented D linemen that the Mavericks have had. So very, very good stop there.
So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Team NYC. So that's 2 turnovers on downs for Team NYC. Team Long Island has been dominating the ball, but nothing to show for it. This is the only Team NYC's 2nd possession of the game. As it's now is Jack Leary, the St. Francis Prep quarterback, in at quarterback. Next to him is number 22, Naeem Cooper. 1st and 10 from the 45. Also, so Jasir is finally on the other side of the field. I think it's just an ankle. I think Jasir's okay. And he's putting weight on him. So yeah. I know Coach Lambert. Shout out to Coach Lambert. He's like, I need an update on my player. He's okay. He'll probably be out for the rest of the game, but he was walking on it full power. Sends the man in motion. Hands it off to Naeem Cooper. And wow. Team Long Island, number 56, Jaden Johnson from Southside. I love how he set the edge there.
Yeah, it's a great angle. Good stop. But then Naeem Cooper, I know you didn't go very far there, but you could see the athleticism and the explosiveness that Cooper has. So it's going to be exciting seeing him the rest of the game. Also at quarterback, looks like that's Jack Leary from St. Francis Prep right there.
Yes, Jack Leary in at quarterback. Jet sweep to Travis Harris. Tries to get to the outside. does a pretty good job there, about 3 yards, the Eagle Academy player. Eagle Academy Brooklyn. There's a few Eagle Academy Queens players in here, so I have to be specific. And that was a gain of about 6. It's going to be a third and very manageable.
Harris, ball carrier.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 1 here.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and less than a yard.
Big 3rd down here. And it's going to be a false start. 5:01 on the clock. I'm going to get that caught up. And the clock will be much better at halftime. I'm going to get a little more situated here. Again, Sage Media, we're a traveling band. And being a traveling band, you got to get kind of situated in the new environment every single time. It's a new setup all the time. So we're going to get that situated for you guys so we're a little more accurate on that clock. Victor in the chat, top wide receiver from E-Hall.
Yeah,
yes,
I saw him this morning.
On Akagu. How's it going, my guy?
Yeah, Victor had a good day this morning.
So it's going to make it into a 3rd and 5 now. After the false start. Fumbled snap. Still gets it out. Big hit. Caught by Mr. Harris. Pushed him down there. Gotta be careful. No penalties. But that was a great stop from, again, Jaden Johnson from Southside.
Jaden Johnson in on the stop for Long Island.
Yeah, that was a good job in coverage. Another good tackle from Johnson. Someone that I don't think we mentioned too much in the pregame show, but definitely making a name for himself so far, especially on this drive, and that's what this game's all about.
Exactly what I was going to say. He did a great job setting the edge. And the thing I love about this Team Long Island defense, very disciplined. You see they're not over-pursuing. They're setting the edge. They're cutting off the angles. And this Team NYC, they have a lot of athletes. And their Team Long Island is doing a good job keeping a lid on it. Kasim, the do-it-all man. But look at the height on that, too. Like, that is a really good punt.
Really good. You probably, if you lined up all the best specialists in the PSAL, he's got to be up. Has to be. He looked really good there. So
again, what can't Kasim Cromwell do?
They're definitely right.
I mean, if I'm a college coach, I'm just sitting here, okay, I'm not going to recruit him to be a punter, but I'm like, yo, this kid is just a gamer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he'll just do anything that the team needs. So
appreciate the kind words. Zaire, how's it going? Zaire, I can't see your picture, so I can't see what school you're from. So, Zaire, let me know what school you're from. Appreciate the kind words in the chat. 3:52 on the clock. So let me get that updated for you guys. If you guys notice, there's actually a new scoreboard for football. If you guys were tuned in for basketball, you see that we had this new scoreboard. It's actually our first time using it for football. That's why we're a little slow. But Jared, look at the turnout, man. It's a good turnout here at LIU and Bethpage. So let's see. In that quarterback, it is a quarterback change. Looking to throw for the first time, throws it out. Caught by number 13, slips. So that's Mike Spinella in at quarterback in a red helmet from Seaford. So that's why I was a little confused. Jared's face.
That just confused me a lot as well.
That's why I thought he was from Division. I think Division is a blue helmet, if I'm not mistaken.
Blue.
So, but I know Seaford was green. So when I saw him in the red helmet, I was like, wait, what player is that? So that is Michael Spinella in at quarterback for the first time.
1 yard, second down.
That ball was caught by number 13, Dylan Fella. Looks right. Has a man open, and that is caught by Darren Oliphant.
Pass is complete. So number 1, Darren Oliphant.
And there's going to be a penalty on the play.
Penalty marker on the play.
Whether it stands or not, it's another great catch from Oliphant and another big play.
Yeah, I think that's what I love the most about this game. You know, penalty or not, like whatever play you make out here, and it looks like it's going to be maybe a holding. Team Long Island is going backwards.
Penalty is on the offense.
You know, of course, both teams want to win, but, you know, it's an all-star game. So the result isn't the most important thing in the world. So whatever play they make, you know, even from Mr. Spinella, that was a great throw. Put that on your highlight tape.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's valuable film that you get in the month of May that, you know, not a lot of people have, especially in a tackle setting. And it's great that, you know, these New York athletes are able to get it and use it.
So I wonder if that was after the play, because it's still 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. So it's a timeout on the field from the referees. I think we might need to get the clock situated because our clock is still going right now. I think it might be a clock issue. All right, so we're not exactly sure about the time. Right now we have it at 1:43. But let's just wait and see. Big hit from number 22, Naeem Cooper. Pretty sure that was Naeem on defense.
I love that they got him on defense, man. He is an athlete. You know, let him make plays wherever he can.
Timeout.
No, it's hilarious because I had to pause for a second. I was like, that is Naeem at 22. He's the only 22 on this team, right? I've never seen Naeem play defense, so respect. Yeah, there is only 122 on this team. So Naeem Cooper, okay, showing off a bit.
Yeah,
so,
him being a senior, I could see him playing both ways this year, especially in certain situations.
Absolutely. Throwing it down the field. Great defensive play by number 14, Jaden Anderson from Canarsie on the stop.
Number 14, Jaden Anderson.
Let's mark a replay of that. That was a really good defensive play.
And it's
So it's a 3rd and 5. Let me get that updated for you guys. So we're getting an explanation for how much time is left, I think. Another throw down the middle of the field, and that is intercepted by Jacob Reed. Still on his feet. Sideline is wide open. Stiff arms a man. Great tackle there. Might have saved a touchdown. But that's Jacob Reed of Sheep's Head Bay on the interception.
Jacob Reed.
Sheep's Head Bay, stand up. It's Jacob Reed with a big-time play, man. And we talked about how loaded this Team NYC secondary is. That time, the FJM product with a big-time play gives his offense a great opportunity to potentially get on the scoreboard. And we're looking for that kind of game-breaking type of play, and Jacob Reed delivers that.
You know what I'm so excited for? So some of the Sheep's Head guys were saying, like, oh, during our game, you were talking about Jacob Reed so much. Guess what? I'm going to do it some more. Jacob Reed, he can do it all. Return kicks, play offense. He's in at safety on defense. So there's 1 minute on the clock. So we just got that confirmed.
1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute.
We have that replay set up. So Ennis is the variant quarterback. And he throws an interception. And that might be a house call. That it was by number 17, Kyer Griffin from Lehigh. Took it right back.
Man, and that is how you respond as a defender. You know, Team Long Island's defense, they got put in a little bit of a tough position there, you know, with NYC looming potentially, you know, going to take the lead. But Kyer Griffin says, no fear. He makes a huge play. Also a great return. Andre, you said it was almost a house call. He ended up getting tracked down from an NYC defender, but huge play. And now he puts his offense back in Team NYC territory. So back and forth we go with a couple big defensive plays.
Again, these are plays that you might not think are huge. Terrence Watson from Zavarian comes into the game, throws the interception, but he gets the tackle, which was great. And just like the offensive lineman who got the tackle on Jacob Reed before, saved the touchdown. So 2 game-saving touchdowns. In a game this tight, these are the kind of plays that really, really matter. Do we have that last interception queued up? All right, so we're gonna stay live because we're ready to go. But again, we're gonna stay a little bit at halftime. No, we're not gonna go to the replay yet. So it's gonna be 1st and 10 for Team Long Island. Matthew in the game, reverse to Oliphant. And there's a lot of defenders. They were not fooled.
Oliphant, the ball carrier, chased out of bounds.
39 seconds left.
Yeah, NYC was ready right there. Good job from Oliphant, though, getting out of bounds, making sure the clock stops. And Team Long Island, they're going to have a few more cracks at this thing.
So it looks like Oliphant is hurt. Gonna have to stop the clock, so a chance to reset it. So there's 39 seconds left
It'll be
in this half.
Down when we come out of the timeout.
Again, we like to take the camera off of the young men if they have an injury. Just under 400 in the chat. Let's get to 400. So let's go to the first replay. Now let's go to the last one. Let's go to the interception. So as you see here, it looks like it was just a stop route, and the Lehigh man, Mr. Griffin, just completely hopped the stop route for the interception. So let's go to the next one. And here you see the Jacob Reed interception. The ball was a bit overthrown. I know it's a little choppy. Sorry about that, guys. But the ball was a bit overthrown, and Jacob Reed is just in the right place at the right time to make that play. So 2 back-to-back interceptions, game-changing. So, again, we'll look into it. I know it was a little choppy on their instant replay. So we'll look into that at half.
It'll be 2nd down, about 13.
So 2nd down and 13. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Now they're going to flip it. Kurz toss it out to Mr. Thomas. Cuts inside. Great play there. That looked like the E-Hall man, Zaire Walden.
Carrier.
No, it was not. Excuse me. That is number 28, who was in an E-Hall helmet.
Number 28 in on the stop.
So I got to confirm because I don't have a 28 on my roster. Is that 28 or 26? Give us a second. It's definitely 28, so we're going to see who that is at halftime.
Timeout.
Don't you love when you go in front of the whole team and say, hey, everyone give me your numbers?
Yeah.
And then a ghost number just shows up.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there's 29 seconds left. It is 3rd and 9. Jared, what are your thoughts on this first half so far?
It's been a good first half, man. A lot of, fun plays so far. A lot of flashes from just a ton of different guys, especially some guys that, may have not had that much of attention before getting into this game. Of course, we mentioned, the likes of Jaden Johnson, who's made some plays for Team Long Island. And then you talk about, some guys on Team NYC. Of course, we've mentioned, Reed from FJM, but now he's out here making some big-time plays.
Real quick, funny comment. Someone said, are we gonna block for Jaquan, or are we just going to let him get jumped? It's like, hey, listen, Jaquan, he can take on 1 or 2 defenders. 3, it's a lot. But I've been impressed from the Team Long Island offensive line. Matthew looking to throw deep at the end of this half. He shouldn't be allowed to run. From what I heard, the quarterbacks aren't allowed to run. waiting to see a ruling. Looks like no one's complaining. So I'll confirm that with Mac, but
yeah,
it makes sense.
Maybe they're allowed to run, but maybe it's like a straight touch.
First down for Long Island.
See, the problem is if I can't come at the quarterback square, he shouldn't be allowed to run.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Because you know what I'm saying? Every single defender is not going to square up the quarterback because they didn't want to hit him. So we'll double check that. So yes, Jaquan does have an offer from Stony Brook. So hopefully Stony Brook is watching. I know Jaquan hasn't broken a big run, but again, it's a very smash-mouth kind of game. I think Jaquan Thomas has really had a great representation of himself. So I see the debate in the chat, Tyshawn versus Jaquan Thomas. They're two completely different backs, honestly. Jaquan definitely has a more college-ready body. But Tyshawn, if you guys are from Long Island and you're not familiar with Tyshawn Bent, he is one of the most explosive players in all of New York State, honestly.
Yeah. And honestly, though, I love that, people are debating this. And that's that's awesome because, listen, if you look at William Floyd and Tottenville, those two schools are so far away from each other. And,
seriously?
Yeah, it is just not even close. But, one of Long Island's best, one of New York City's best. We're all kind of coming together here, and we're talking about the best players. And, it doesn't get much better than that.
No, I love that. So someone here in the chat is saying, I'm pretty sure you're talking about Jaquan, that he had 300 yards and 6 touchdowns in one game,
yeah,
which is insane.
Games.
Tyshawn also had a 4 or 5 touchdown game against Lincoln, where he also caught a pick 6.
Yeah, it's
two of New York State's
players.
best, honestly.
Oh yeah, and they're both doing it at such a high level. William Floyd, they're in Suffolk County Division I, which has so many excellent teams, really hard schedule. And, of course, Tottenville, come on, you see Tyshawn doing it against Curtis, E. Hall, Lincoln. He's been doing it for years. So, of course, it's just so entertaining seeing them both do it in their respective leagues. And now we get them on the same field. You're not getting a Tottenville guy and a William Floyd guy on the same tackle football field ever, unless if it's in this game, and that's what we got here in the Rising Stars.
Yeah, until they go to college,
That's true.
Luckily, hopefully, they're both on the same team.
Yeah, until they go to college, because
don't forget at halftime.
And somebody let me know. I think Tyshawn does have an offer to Stony Brook. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty confident he does. Matthew steps up, and he is sacked, and that should be the end of the half. Unless Team Long Island has a timeout.
Timeout on field.
So they do have another timeout remaining.
Once again, halftime. Head on over to the food trucks and check out the refreshments.
So there's 1.6 seconds left on the clock. So I'm just going to leave it out at the 3 seconds. So Zaire asking, how do I feel about the game so far? To be honest with you, I did think it was going to be a low-scoring game, especially when I looked at the two defenses. These linebacking core, you got to think, when you play in high school, there might be one division-level player on the defense. I'm talking about the defense. We're talking there's 4 D1 talented, D2 talented linebackers in the whole core, and we're talking about one linebacking core. So I think in general, most of the All-Star games I've seen, pretty lower scoring games, especially because the talent on defense is so good. I'm a defensive guy, so I really enjoy these kind of defensive games. But I'm sure the fans at home would like to see a big one.
Yeah. And I think, we're on the verge of that pretty soon. The defenses have been excellent, but definitely look out for some of these offenses. They've shown that they can potentially make a big play.
So it is 3rd down. This should be the last play of the first half. Matthew Kurz, Jaquan Thomas in the backfield. Looks right, throws right, has a man. It is caught.
Touchdown.
Oliphant, touchdown, Team Long Island.
Touchdown pass. Received by number 1, Darren Oliphant.
And we're waiting for that big play, right? And we get it right at the half. What a catch from Oliphant. What a first half he's had. And, you know, the Uniondale product making plays, showing why he's one of the best athletes on all of Long Island. And he's really showcasing it here today. Great throw from Matthew Kurtz. Might have been his best of the day. And, yeah, Team Long Island with the early lead.
So I was a little delayed on the call because I didn't know. I kind of saw the ball moving when he came to the ground, so I was kind of waiting on it. We're going to go to the replay. So, again, we're going to stick around. Josh in the chat said, blur.
But I'm sure that was said in the stands as well.
We will go to the replay. I thought I saw the ball move when he came down, honestly. That's why I was kind of delayed on the call. But, you know, it's high school sports.
No,
so.
I was going to say, I made sure. I was looking at the refs, making sure they had the hands up. But, yeah, he secured that, and it was a great play.
Yeah, and it was a very, very good throw and catch. I thought the throw was like a tiny bit ahead of him, but Oliphant did a great job tracking it. So we're going to watch the replay of it. It was kind of a bang-bang play there.
And I like that in that situation because Oliphant, he's got the speed to catch up to that and make a play.
This is Chris from Massapequa, and the kick is good. So the last play of the first half is a touchdown. Team Long Island's first touchdown in the Rising Stars series. As it is 7-0. So let's go to the replay now. And Jared, come over here. Let's see. I mean, that is a beautiful throw. And no, he secured that, man. Mm-hmm. He absolutely secured that.
Yeah, awesome job right there from Oliphant. How about it? Big time play to go into the locker room. Team Long Island with some momentum. And NYC's actually going to start off with the ball in the second half, so we might have a nice one here on our hands.
Absolutely. So at the end of the first half, our score is Team Long Island 7, Team NYC 0. This is Andre Johnson and Jared Veluzzi on the call. We will be back in about, let's put 12 minutes on the clock. Appreciate everybody. Behave in the chat. I'm watching the chat. So welcome back to the second half. The teams are warming up here. This is Andre Johnson in. Our score is 7-0 Team Long Island. Jared is making his way up. Some people grabbing a bite to eat. So it's just us and me in the chat, man. So key plays from that first half. Of course, Matthew Kurz throwing that about 25-yard touchdown pass to number 1 Darian Oliphant from Uniondale. Matthew has looked really, really good in this game, and that was a really, really great touch on that throw. Which I'm actually going to go back to that replay because even myself, I do want to watch that replay again. So I'm queuing up that replay. So I haven't seen this angle yet, so we're all going to watch this angle together. So yeah, I mean, just a complete blow-by from Darian Oliphant. That touch is perfect right over the safety. I mean, that's just a tremendous throw from Matthew, the Clark man. I see someone saying that the game needs to be more entertaining. Listen, it's defensive football. There's nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. Of course, you know, touchdowns definitely brings a little more excitement, but the game within the game is very, very exciting. Seeing this stacked linebacking core from Team Long Island really stifling a strong running attack from Team NYC. And just on the other side, the Team NYC linebacking core has been doing a great job bottling up the Team Long Island running backs because, you know, Team Long Island has, you know, Jaquan Thomas. Someone told me 6 touchdowns in one game, you know what I'm saying? And aside from that very first drive, Team Long Island has really done a good job. So back on the headset, my guy Jared, man. No, Jared, I'm going to expose you. I saw you doing some fist pumps for Team Long Island, man.
Hey, man, when you told me it was Team Long Island's first touchdown of the Rising Stars Bowl series, I was like, there we go, about time.
Listen, let me talk to the people real quick. I am also a Long Island guy myself. A lot of people think I'm from Brooklyn.
It's true.
From Westbury. From Westbury. Played football at Kellenberg Memorial in Uniondale. So shout out to Uniondale. That's why I love to see Darren Oliphant here putting in some work. But you know, this is just some fun, man. You know, Darian, you know, he's really putting himself on the map. You know, Uniondale, they're in that tough Conference 1 division. They got to play Massapequa, Farmingdale, all these tough schools. I was going to name a few more, but I'm not exactly remembering. Well, Freeport's still a top school, right?
Well, Freeport's pretty good. I mean, Oceanside has become a very good powerhouse.
Shout out to the coaches over there because Oceanside was down for a few years, right? And they kind of came back up.
They really weren't that good until my man, Coach Rob Blount, you know, started coaching at Oceanside. He's been there for a while now, but yeah, he's done an amazing job with that program. Yeah, Dre, I think when you played, I don't think Oceanside was that good. But
yeah, when I was playing, it was all about Freeport.
Oh yeah, they were running.
All about Freeport. I think they had one.
Team was insane.
I'm gonna say 5 or 6 in a row or something like that. Yeah, as we're getting ready for that second half.
Kicking off for Long Island, number 19, Chris Bassetti.
So it's going to be Team NYC receiving the ball. As we're ready for second half football. That's a good kick, man.
Booming
touchback
kick
right there.
into the end
Apologies
zone.
for the camera there.
Touchback.
So it's going to be a 1st and 10, Team NYC, down 7. Jared, what are you hoping to see from Team NYC, as it's nice to see Terrence Watson getting back onto the field after that interception?
Yeah, that's good stuff. I hope they keep airing it out. Listen, I know there's interception
NYC
in the last
starts
drive,
out.
but let the QBs throw downfield.
First
Let these
and 10 on the
receivers go
20.
to work. And, there's so much talent on this New York City offense. So, I'm definitely expecting some big plays to, break out here. And especially since they've, adjusted after the first half. And they've showed flashes of the first half. So
In that
I'm
quarterback,
excited to
number
see
5,
what,
Terrence
Adrian
Watson.
Antoine and, these skill players have in store for us here.
So it's Terrence in the backfield along with Naeem Cooper and Tyshawn Bent. What a backfield. Make sure you keep it cordial in the chat. Handoff to Coop. And he is met by number 52 from
Cooper,
Team
the ball
Long Island.
carrier.
We've called his name. No, this might be our first time. John Suarez from Copeg.
Number
You
52,
mentioned his
John
name,
Suarez, in on the
man.
stop.
And he's making some pretty big plays here. Gotta love it from Suarez. Another tackle for loss, actually.
Short loss on the play.
And that's another.
Second down.
That's Suffolk County Conference 1.
No, I think Copeg, I want to say it's either Conference 2 or Conference 3,
Okay,
but they
okay,
actually
okay.
had, like, one of their best years in recent memory. They had a string of seasons where they didn't win a game, and then last year
Oh, they finally won
broke
it. Oh, yes,
They
yes,
broke
yes,
it.
yes.
They have some good athletes, and, that program definitely on the rise. Suarez has to be a big reason why.
As you see from that play, looking to send a man in motion. Hands it off to Tyshawn. And again, there's just no room there.
Bent the ball
Number
carrier.
6, Justin DiPietro on the stop. He had help from
Justin
number
DiPietro
54,
on the
Naz
stop.
Turner from Bellport as well.
Yeah, that's a good combination right there, let me tell you. Naz Turner, he's one of those
Short
classic
loss on the play.
Bellport defensive players,
It is
fearless, and just able to make some plays.
down.
And, of course, Justin DiPietro, he had a good first half, amazing play right there. Yeah, DiPietro, stud from that linebacker spot.
3rd down for Team Long Island. Mr. Watson in the backfield, looks right, throws it right, and it's going to be incomplete.
Watson pass is incomplete. Intended for number 2, Akeem Martin.
So it's going to be another punt here.
4th down.
Aside from the interception from Jacob Reed, the highlight of Team NYC has been Kassim Cromwell's punts, man.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. And it's not. And listen, there actually has been, some other great plays, but Cromwell's punts have
Kassim
been
Cromwell
actually
back to
phenomenal
punt.
so far. So
See another one. Good kick. And Team Long Island will take it from their own 48-yard line. So, Jared, I'm going to say this here.
Punt is fielded by number
This
17, Kyer
is
Griffin.
a very
will be
important drive
spotted
for Team NYC to
At
get
the
a stop.
48-yard line. First
Going
and
down
10,
2
Long Island.
scores in a game like this could be a little dangerous for Team NYC if they can't get a stop.
yeah, this is a massive possession here. So definitely look for New York City's defense. Obviously they're going to attempt to clamp down, but this is so important for the rest of this game.
So in at quarterback is Michael Spinella. Going to hand it off to Jaquan Thomas, and there's going to be a flag on the play. And one thing I just want to say
Thomas,
about
ball
Jaquan is
carrier.
going to be a holding. Quite a few holdings for Team Long Island. I love Jaquan's balance. Jaquan is a big guy. Let me see his exact measurements.
Penalty mark
actually.
on the field.
Let's see, we have it on a piece of paper here. So Jaquan Thomas is
Penalty will
listed
be
at
holding
6'2",
on the offense.
225. And I love
He's every bit of that as well.
exactly, and I love how when he gets into the hole, just turns his shoulders a little bit,
Shabayo
gets
was
square
on the
again.
stop for NYC.
He was met by quite a few defenders, but I really just like the balance and the running style of Jaquan Thomas. Really impressed from the William Floyd standout. So it's going to be a 2nd and 20. Jaquan still in the backfield, bunch trips to the top of your screen. Hands it off to Jaquan. Great play again. Mr. Britt, number 71 from Sheep's Head Bay. He is in on every play
number 71,
today.
Amari Britt.
Yeah, man, the FGF guys are really showing out. It's been very impressive. And Britt making a nice play there. Him and Reed have just
been 2nd down and 17
for Team NYC.
If I'm not mistaken, we did have Amari Britt on our New York City All-Media team, 2nd team, if I'm not mistaken. I'll double check that, but pretty sure we had Amari Britt on the 2nd team.
I remember we were talking about him a lot.
Very dangerous throw intended for number 22, Joe Benedetto from Ward Melville. He had a catch earlier today.
Benedetto.
Can't haul that one in, so it's going to be a 3rd down for Team Long Island.
If you look at this wide receiver corps for Team Long Island, I mean, Cole Vealta, Joe Benedetto, Darian Oliphant, just absolutely loaded, man. It's really fun to see.
So it's 9:10 on the clock, so we're a little off, so I'm going to let the clock run a bit. 9:10 on the clock. Darian Oliphant on the bottom of your screen. Spinella looks left, throws it, and a little too far, incomplete. That pass was intended for number 7, Mr. Cole Vealta.
Pass intended for number 7, Cole Vealta. 4th down.
So I was saying that Team NYC needed to stop, and that's exactly what they got, Jared.
And yeah, that's a huge, huge stop for New York City. And yeah, it looks like Long Island's going to punt here. So we get to actually see NYC's offense back on the field in a huge spot.
Like I said, so the timeouts in the chat are just a little 10-second timeouts. Just keep it positive in the chat, you know. Remember, these are young athletes out here. Talk about a punt. That's a good punt, man. Travis can't stay on his feet. Excellent punt from number 19, Chris Passetti from Massapequa.
And in a game where field position is so important, you know, it's definitely, you know, it's always tough to go, you know, the length of the field and very far, but especially when you're in an offense where, you know, you've only had so many days of practice. So that punt right there, big time. Special teams has been looking good.
Yeah, I might be a little bit of a football nerd, but I really enjoy, like, punting. There's the game within, like, punting is the most underrated thing.
NYC takes over first and 10 on the 16.
Field position, just like you're saying, is so important, especially in a game like this. So in at quarterback is number 9, William Forte from Midwood.
Number 9, William Forte in that quarterback.
Throws it right. Has a man. That's Adrian Antoine. Makes a man miss. Look at the speed from Adrian Antoine. Put the deuces up. The South Shore man delivered. Touchdown, Team NYC.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the most explosive players in New York. And we all see why. Adrian Antoine flying downfield. And how about William Forte entering the game? He throws a bullet to Antoine. And the South Shore man goes the distance. How about that from a big play from Team New York City?
Is that enough excitement for you, Chad? But seriously, Adrian Antoine, we've seen him do this time and time again. And that is the most dangerous thing about Team NYC and where they can exploit Long Island. You miss a tackle against Team NYC, house call, 80-yard touchdown.
To attempt the extra point.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier with Antoine. You know, he had, you know, some of those screen passes on South Shore, and if he makes a guy miss and he gets space, he can do something like that. And, you know, that's big time right there and huge extra point coming up.
To tie the game, number 33, and it is good. So we have a tie ball
Score.
game here.
Long Island 7, New York City.
Coach Legree
7.
in the chat. He's happy to see his guy.
Say, what Legree say?
He just said, very simply, ladies and gentlemen, Adrian Antoine.
I don't blame him, man. Adrian Antoine, he is a player. That's awesome. And that's Brooklyn to Brooklyn right there. William Forte tossing it out to Adrian Antoine.
So let's go to the replay. And it's a simple catch, just a stick route. Makes a man miss. And Adrian Antoine, that's just speed. He had a slight step inside, and that's all he needs just to create that angle. And this is one of the fastest players, I want to say, in New York State. Is it gas? Might be a little bit of gas on it, but Adrian Antoine showing out for Team NYC. Shout out to William Forte. First throw, William's probably coming back to the sideline like, yo, put me in the game, coach, you see? One throw. That's all I need.
1 for 1. I believe 80 yards and a touchdown. Pretty good stat line right there from William Forte. It's got me excited for some Midwood football this upcoming season.
Yes, very excited for Midwood. They're going to be in the 3A this year. And I think they can make some serious noise in the 3A, especially with Forte leading the charge. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 now for Team Long Island.
I also want to say a shout out to the DJ that's here today, playing some outstanding music and honestly getting everyone pumped. Part of the atmosphere for sure. Move the Chains Academy, Rising Stars, we're doing it right.
Yeah, so that was Adrian Antoine on the catch. I just wanted to give that. So sometimes when I time someone out, it's not because you said something so wrong. I just want to remove it from the chat so people aren't confused. You know, some people might be coming into the game late and they just see, someone thought it was Kassim who caught the touchdown.
Right.
So you just want to remove that from the chat so people aren't too confused.
Looks like we got Kassim at DB over here.
Like I said, this is like this third position of the day. Matthew Kurz back into the game alongside Brian Falk. We're just under 400 in the chat. Let's see if we can get this up to 400 tie game. Lots of excitement in Long Island. Matthew throws it, skips it in. Incomplete.
Pass incomplete. Second down.
And again, just to talk about the South Shore team and Adrian Antoine, he has a huge role to step into. Tyshawn is gone. Richard Perkins is gone. So now, he was the main guy running very linear routes, running screens, running go routes. Now he's going to have to come across the middle, run those out routes, run those stop routes. So Adrian Antoine is saying, Coach Legree, you all right. You got me. Don't worry. I know we losing our guys, but you have me.
Yeah, he's going to be some player for the Vikings. Coach Legree's got to be excited.
Sends the man in motion. Second down. So Oliphant, he scored the other touchdown. You see the speed. Look at the burst. But another flag, unfortunately. So this one is probably coming back.
Oliphant, ball carrier.
Just talk about how impressed you've been with Oliphant, because when I spoke to Coach Moose, head coach of Team Long Island, he said, Oliphant he was a star for me at Uniondale, and he is a very explosive player, and I'm really seeing it today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he
Penalty will be
is a
holding on
terrific
the
athlete.
offense.
Had a good season at Uniondale, but I don't think he's even, touched his ceiling yet. And, we see that type of potential here today with what he's doing on the field. And I'm excited to see him, next fall with Coach Moose at Uniondale. Listen, last year was just step one of what, they're trying to create at Uniondale. So it's going to be exciting to see what, Oliphant and, the rest of the Knights can do.
So a big play here, 2nd and 20 from their own 10-yard line. All right, there's a cloud here, so maybe it looks like Matthew's having a bit trouble seeing the signals from the sideline. He's got to take advantage of this cloud right now. Matt looks left, throws left, quick stop route, incomplete. Pass was intended for Cole Villalta. .8:25 left.
And it's third down.
Scooby, I see what's going on in the chat. Stop that. That's all I'm going to say. Scooby, call the dogs off. I see what's happening in the chat.
Scooby. You got Scooby in there?
Shout out to Coach Scoob, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
But cut that out, Scoob. Matthew looks middle. Looks, throws, has a man. It's caught and has some room there. Again, Joe Benedetto with the catch.
Pass is complete.
Big time Benedetto. How about it? The Ward Melville product. You know, we've called his name a few times today. And yeah, he's having, you know, a great performance for T Long Island. How about that throw from Kurtz, man? 3rd and long, big time play.
Honestly, you know, after this play, first down to Oliphant, tries to go in the middle of the field. Unfortunately, it's coming back. Another holding. Team Long Island is killing themselves.
On the play.
I mean, if you talk about offensive MVP for Team Long Island so far, Joe Benedetto, Darren Oliphant, it's tough, man.
Yeah, you know, Oliphant, he's got that touchdown, but Benedetto's made some, you know, very good plays so far as well, so it is interesting.
How about
no flag?
How about team? Excuse me. How about Darren Oliphant though? I mean, maybe he's a little caught up that it's 7-on-7. Going back into some danger there.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to cut it to the outside. All right, did they wave the flag off? Okay, so they waved the flag off. So we're going to update that. So it is going to be 2nd and 5.
2nd down and 5.
Matthew hands it off. Wow. Defensive play of the day from Victor Agawobemi.
Big hit behind the line of scrimmage, number 75, Victor Agawobemi.
Agawobemi from John Adams.
How about it, John Adams? And what a play, getting into the backfield, able to wrap up the running back.
3rd and 7.
A loss of about 3 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Matthew looks left, throws deep. Villalta, that's a big target. Did he keep his foot in? Yes, he did.
Unreal.
Complete.
And that's what we talked about earlier. Those are the type of plays Cole Villalta can make. And he goes up and gets it. What a play. And a great throw from Kurtz. Team Long Island in business here.
Timeout NYC.
Wow. That's a great timeout. Because let's go back to that replay right away. Jared, come over here. Oh, you can see it right there, Jared.
I'd like to give a big shout out to Coach Matt.
So you see Matthew. So we'll go from this more tighter angle here. This is just 4 verticals. Cole is down there somewhere. It is an excellent catch, man. We're going to see that from another angle, from the higher angle. Oh, sorry about that. Click.
Big time play from Villalta, though. It's something that I think we're really going to see this upcoming fall. And, yeah, let's take another look at it.
Yeah, I'm slowing it down here. Are you kidding me, Cole Villalta?
Being able to track that, stay in bounds, and, create, enough separation, and being able to, use his size to his advantage. Man, Cole Villalta.
I mean, he's at a school, all they do is win. Massapequa, Farmingdale, they're going back and forth between the two to be the kings of Long Island. Not just Nassau County, but Long Island. 7:09 on the clock, first down and 10. Hands it off to Mr. Thomas. Good stop there from Team NYC.
Thomas, ball carrier.
Now let's see if NYC's defense can, kind of showcase that bend but don't break mentality here in the red zone. But golden opportunity for Team Long Island.
6:36 on the clock. Try to get that updated real quick. Matthew looks left, throws left, incomplete. Looks like that was Oliphant. Yes, it's Oliphant. Third down. And let me tell you something. Matthew Kurz, you talk about winners from this game. Matthew Kurz, also, this guy was hitting home runs this week. He's a baseball player. I see. Listen, Matthew. I do my homework.
He's in season right now.
He's in season.
Yeah, he might
hit
be
a
in the
home
playoffs.
run this week, and he is showing out on the gridiron.
Wow, that's awesome. And that's honestly, some real dedication to all these players. I mean, Brian Falk also in the heart of his lacrosse season as well. And I'm sure there's plenty of others. So many multi-sport athletes on Long Island and NYC.
Tosses it to Jaquan. And you can see, I'm sure Jaquan is used to those holes being a little bigger.
I mean, New York City's defense, man, they're doing a good job.
You have a lot of those players. And on that tackle was, again, number 3, Kevin Cameron from Fordham Prep. Some of these guys, we got some E-Hall guys down there. They're used to tackling Amir Murrow every practice. So they're not too fazed by a big running back, Jaquan hasn't been able to break any big runs. So it looks like Team Long Island going for a field goal. Number 19, Bassetti from Massapequa.
Wow.
30-yard attempt.
It's about a 30-yard attempt to give Team Long Island the lead. That's right down the middle.
That could have been good from much further as well. And how about it? The Pequa boys coming up clutch. It was Villalta with a huge catch down the sideline. And then Bassetti with a field goal.
Listen, the Massapequa guys got into that huddle and said, listen, we are winners here. Let's go make a play, man. We are on home turf. So Team Long Island takes the lead for the second time today, up 10-7. Let's do a quick ad read for the Lyman Factory. So this All-Star game didn't happen without the trenches, and the Lyman Factory is all over this field. From footwork to driving to the goal line, we train the East Coast elite offensive and defensive linemen to outwork, outfight, and outlast the competition. If you're serious about dominating the trenches, there's only one place to go. Lyman Factory, where linemen are made. Contact us on Instagram or the phone number you see on this screen. And let's go to Be Great Academy. Be Great Academy is a Brooklyn-based athletic and academic development program committed to empowering youth through structured support, competitive athletics, and purpose-driven mentorship. Founded by former athletes who understand the value of discipline, teamwork, and opportunity, we serve boys and girls from elementary through high school, focusing on uplifting in underserved communities, including Brownsville, East New York, and Canarsie. So let's go back to the game. So, again, huge shout-out to Be Great Academy. They also have a 7-on-7 travel team, a high school college mega camp, a middle school mega camp, and 2 Be Great Academy players on Thursday received Division I offers. So the middle school mega camp is happening this Sunday, so go to the Be Great Academy Instagram page to register. So 5:17 on the clock. I kept the clock running there. Apologies. Mr. Forte back in. 1st and 10 for Team Long Island. Ball's on the 20-yard line. Hands it off to Tyshawn. And again, the front 7 for both of these teams are just too good, Jared.
Yeah, they've been awesome. And also, I mean, yeah, Justin DiPietro at this linebacker spot, but he's also definitely gotten some help as well. It looked like David Lopez was there too, and just a bunch of really good guys here in this front 7.
Second down. Throws it. It's caught. Penalty right away. That ball was caught from St. Francis Prep man. Number 15, Rocco Petronella. But there is a penalty on the play. And I see Rocco.
Penalty looks to be
Robert Monroe, talking about the frame rates in the camera. No, so it might be a computer thing. I'll double-check the cameras afterwards, but all the cameras should be running at 60 FPS. Sometimes the computer is, I think it's the computer, though. I'm not sure if it's the camera, but that's a very good call-out, though. Thank you for that. For all the camera nerds. If there are any camera nerds in the
chat.
chat.
I like that lingo right there.
That's a good shout-out, though. Good shout-out. So 4:32 on the clock. It's going to be a 2nd and call it 15 for Team NYC. Down by 3 points now. Forte looks right, throws it deep. Kasim, incomplete. What a pass breakup from Kyer Griffin.
That's another big-time play in pass coverage from Griffin. He had the interception earlier, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, he is just being all over the field. And, yeah, he did a good job there, going up with one of the city's best, able to break up that pass. And, yeah, just good defensive stop right there.
Mr. Griffin, I mean, right now, absolutely the defensive player of the game for Team Long Island.
Yeah.
Excellent player, and that's what this is all about, putting yourself on the map on a big stage like the Rising Stars game. So 3rd down here for Team NYC. Looks right, Forte throws it in the middle, and it's intercepted! Guess who? Kyer Griffin, touchdown, Team Long Island.
And that's 2 interceptions for Kyer Griffin. He had the pass breakup the previous play. And, oh, man, showing his ball hawk ability. And how about it, Griffin from Lou High making some big-time plays. And Team Long Island gets another big-time play.
Wow. I mean, he warned you. He warned you on the previous play. Do not throw it my way. You dare do it again? Let me show you something now. I'm going to have to show you something now.
Twice in a row. And, man, Griffin made him pay. Big-time play. Yeah, Kyer Griffin showing out. Also, shout out to his Lehigh teammate, Stan Numa has, been reliable in that corner spot, has shown some good coverage skills. So definitely the Long Island Lutheran kids definitely coming to play here.
And that's going to be a big lead here for Team Long Island. Extra point pending. But seeing from that other field goal, extra point shouldn't be a problem for Bassetti here.
And Bassetti's field goal before was so huge because now, it's a multi-possession game. If he doesn't have that field goal, NYC could tie it up with a touchdown.
Kick is up.
This kid has a leg.
And it's good.
Yeah.
So our score is 17-7. Team Long Island, You ready for the replay? Let's do it. So we're at 50% speed here. So let's see. Zaire is in the middle of the field. Looks like he was looking for the wheel route. No, right in the middle. Yeah, I was looking for Kasim. Zaire just read it. Kyer just read that. Easy house call, man. Great safety play, great ball hawking by Kyer Griffin.
That was a very nice play right there. And, Kyer's got some, good film from this, I'd like to say, that he's going to be able to, post on Twitter and get some recognition.
It's a tremendous job. All the coaches, anyone who's played secondary, they tell you to drop into your zone, but play the man, not just the zone. Read the quarterback. Read Forte's throw. And that could be a crippling interception for Team Long Island. So, if I'm not mistaken, scoreboard says fourth quarter right now. Okay, so they didn't flip the field, did they? Okay, so sorry about that. So we were confused up in this box as well. Team Long Island was going this way the whole time, weren't they? No, they weren't they did flip the field because they threw the ball to Valta. So they snuck that in. I'm not sure where we missed that.
Yeah, they did sneak that in.
So we are in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he snuck that in.
Our score is 17-7, Team Long Island. So again, the scoreboard even on the field was confused there. Listen, it's an all-star game. It's May, and we're all trying to knock the rust off,
Yeah, we're not quite in mid-season form yet. Get us in end of October.
Listen,
Get us end of
Jared
October.
is always in form. Always in form.
I wish.
So Kendu from E-Hall back in at quarterback. Team NYC need to score quickly. They need to know where Mr. Griffin is on the field. Just looking up here, let me go see the dimensions of Kyer Griffin. So he's number 17, 5'10", 170. He's standing 6'8" right now, the way he's playing. Handoff to Tyshawn. Good lane, great block there. Tyshawn trying to cut across the middle of the field and ran into his own teammate, unfortunately.
Andre, let me tell you, if he was able to break that last tackle, he might have taken that all the way.
Best run of the day from Tyshawn. So to the official Rosa Parks, we are not streaming the senior all-star games. We're streaming this game, and then we'll be streaming the 8th grade game. Right back to Tyshawn.
Penalty mark on the field.
And let me tell you something. Number 58 from Team Long Island.
On NYC for holding.
So it's a holding, and I'm pretty sure they were holding David Lopez because before I could blink, David Lopez was in the backfield. That was one of those, listen, man, I needed to hold him.
Yeah, David Lopez, let me tell you, he, once again, I always say, classic Bellport defensive player, but just like Niles Turner, he fits that mold. And Lopez, listen, he isn't the biggest defensive lineman, but the grittiness, the speed, the athleticism, it's all there. And he made some plays during his junior year, and he's making some plays today.
So now you have to play into the strength of Team Long Island. Their defense has been really solid all day long. And something about Team Long Island this year, I think they're like, listen, we take this game very, very seriously. We did not win it last year. We want to win it this year. Kendu hands it off to Tyshawn, breaks a tackle. And you can see Tyshawn, not the biggest player, but you can see the balance. You can see the run after contact. So much talent in the Tottenville man.
Yeah, a bunch of yards after contact as well that he is racking up. So that's been very impressive here.
Makes it into a second and more manageable. About a 2nd and 13. Tick, 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 tick. We're actually below 10, and man, I mean, how many people do I have to call out there? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show some complete bias. Number 36, Matt Mitchell from Westbury, in on the tackle.
How about it? And, hey, man, I saw that helmet from, a mile away. But yeah, gotta show the hometown some love there, Dre. I liked it. But yeah, great play from Team Long Island, being able to get in there.
Looks like a timeout from Team NYC. 9:44 on the clock. We're gonna get that fixed for you guys.
And we got a big 3rd down coming up here for, Team New York City. You're down by 2 possessions, under 10 minutes to go in this game. And, yeah, they're going to have to find a way to complete a big-time play here. And, of course, they have the playmakers to do it. So we'll see what NYC has cooking up out of the timeout.
Let me tell you something funny. In the chat, Josh Karma saying Team Long Island showing NYC a vibe. Showing them a vibe.
Yeah.
I like listen, it's all just healthy competition here. Big 3rd down. Kendu pump fakes, throws it deep, looking for Adrian, can't haul it in. Great defense there.
Is it complete?
Oh man, that's Mr. Griffin again. How many times do you need to learn?
Griffin has made some big-time plays here, and yet again, able to get to that ball.
So the thing is, I think, when you have a player, a safety who can get sideline to sideline, listen, I'm just going to be in the middle of the field playing that center field, and I'm covering everything.
He covers field so well, so quickly.
So Team NYC is going to have to punt here on the 4th down. Kasim. Another good punt. Team NYC will take it from the 31-yard line. Make sure you guys get involved in the chat. We peaked at about 400 people. Definitely an improvement from last year.
I was going to say, I don't think it hit 400 live last year.
No,
right?
no, it didn't. So a huge shout out to everyone supporting.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get a quick shot of the crowd. It's packed out. We got some people standing on the rails. Very good turnout. Huge shout out to Move the Chains Academy, Coach Mac. putting this together.
Yeah, it's a great collective day here for New York football. I mean, New York City, Long Island, everybody coming out. This time to LIU. Been very fun. And, hey, let's see if Long Island, their offense has been pretty good lately. So let's see what they have.
To the Seaford man. Met in the backfield.
Falk, the ball carrier.
Second down. Now, I know everyone's competitive here, but I don't want to see Team Long Island just take the air out the ball. Just run the ball, try to win. It is an all-star game. Let's have a little bit of fun.
Exactly. Let's say we got Spinella in at quarterback. I know he can air it down the field. So
Coach Moose was like, Andre, shut up. I'm trying to get a W, all right?
Coach Moose was like, hey, I lost last year. It's not happening this year.
Spinella in at quarterback. Looks left, throws left, caught by Villalta. And that was a very crucial tackle.
I was going to say, big tackle for Marshall there.
That could have been a lot more yards. Cole really showing off his skills today. He's had 2 circus catches today. One didn't count, the other one counted.
Mm-hmm.
A good throw from Spinella there. And if I'm not mistaken, pretty sure you told me Seaford is more known for running the ball, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in years past. But, once they got Spinella and a couple of really good receivers, they were definitely, they were airing it out a little bit more. But, yeah, Seaford and just Nassau Conference 4 in general, very known for, smash mouth running the ball.
And 6.
So it is third down. Let me update that for you guys. Excuse me for that. So it's the 3rd and 7. Spinella still in at quarterback. Kyer is actually in at receiver. Throws it in the middle of the field. That is a very good play from number 15,
Pass incomplete.
David Jacob. So that's David Jacob on the stop there. Excellent play.
Pass broken up at number
That's
15,
what Jacob
David
does
Jacob.
at that DB position, man. Really hard hitter, but just being able to be around the ball at all times is so crucial. And he showed it at South Shore last year. He, definitely was one of their best DBs, put together some great film. Now he's at E Hall, and, yeah, Jacob's going to be a guy.
So just fixed the scoreboard for you guys. 7:39 on the clock.
And also, underratedly, a huge stop for Team NYC. They get the ball back, 7:39, only down by 10.
Good kick there. We'll pretend like we didn't see that. David, come on, man. If you want to return kicks, man, there's no pressure on you. So here we go. 7:34 on the clock. Team NYC with the ball. They need to score quickly.
And for Team NYC, Jack Leary out there at quarterback, has both of his receivers from St. Francis Prep out there with him. Crucial possession.
So let's see what Jack can do. 2 of his receivers to the bottom of the screen. Naeem Cooper and Kasim Cromwell on the top of your screen. Tyshawn right next to him. So it's a 1st and 10. Jack looks left, throws left. Short. Attempted for Kasim. 2nd and 10.
And Leary had a good year in the Catholic League. The AA1, where, St. Francis Prep made some noise. And a lot of these guys coming back next year should be entertaining.
Second down.
And, of course, the in-time Kasim Cromwell. You could say he had a pretty good junior season as well.
Yeah, I mean, pretty sure he won every award you could in Staten Island as a junior.
Which is insane, yeah.
Hands it off to Tyshawn. Guess who was in that backfield? The youngest player on the field, Justin DiPietro.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about nose for the ball. I mean, that's all Justin DiPietro right there, man. It's crazy, you know. You saw it all throughout the fall. He's putting on a show here today, but that is what we expected from him.
Yeah, just think about that's what I expect from a sophomore.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, when you win all those awards as a sophomore, it's like, all right, you're clearly a game changer if, you know, you're doing that your sophomore year.
And I just want to say something. Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah. And 3rd and 9 as well.
Reverse to one of the fastest players in NYC. Can't get the edge. Does he have enough for the first down? It looks like he's a yard short. That was Adrian Antoine on the end around.
The ball carrier.
So I'm going to call that a 4th and 1. And I definitely think we're in 4-down territory here.
Absolutely huge 4th down here.
Just short of the first down.
This could really keep NYC alive if they get this first down.
4th down in inches.
We're going to call it a 4th in inches, a 4th and 1.
Looks like they got Naeem and Tyshawn back there.
Someone's going to lead block for the other.
Yep.
Urena on the right as a tight end. Big play here. To go to Coop. Breaks it to the outside. Has a huge lane. Can he make one miss? He does. Naeem Cooper keeping Team NYC alive.
Cooper with the carry.
And how about it from Coop? Naeem Cooper. Big 4th down conversion. And, man, you see the explosiveness. One of the top players in all of Brooklyn this upcoming season. And honestly, all of New York City.
And it looks like that's a timeout, Team Long Island. No, probably Team NYC. So we're going to get a quick ad read in. Let's go to Move the Chains, because they're the guys who brought us all of this. So we'll shout out to Coach Mack and Move the Chains Academy. Move the Chains Academy is home to one of New York's largest and most competitive 7-on-7 programs. They are also the proud organizers of the prestigious Rising Stars game that you guys are watching, and the 8th grade All-Star game, which is on June 7th, will be live on Sage Media Solutions. Don't miss the action. Follow Move the Chains on all social media platforms. Let's go to Be Great Academy. Be Great Academy is a Brooklyn-based athletic and academic development program committed to empowering youth through structured support, competitive athletics, and purpose-driven mentorship. Founded by former athletes who understand the value of discipline, teamwork, and opportunity, we serve boys and girls from elementary through high school, focusing on uplifting youth in underserved communities including Brownsville, East New York, and Canarsie. Let's get back to the game action. Jack Leary throws left to his guy, tries to make something happen, and he takes a big shot from number 58, David Lopez again. On the catch, that was Sean Eibert.
Yeah, Lopez can hit, man.
And Dave, to answer your question, he's just wearing the helmet, from what I know. Second down. Team NYC needs something. Jack throws it deep. There was a lot of contact. Good defense there. The celebration goes to number 3. Guess from where? Lou High. Stan Numa.
Stan the man. I mean, him and Kyer have really shown out today. And now we get another crucial 3rd down.
Broken up by Stan Numa. And it is 3rd.
Man, oh man. Lou High represented themselves so well. You know, of course, everyone knows them as a basketball power, but, you know, you see where they have kids committing to school.
Oh, they're coming for football.
Yes. So, again, in the chat, he's just wearing the helmet. Cooper is just wearing the E-Hall helmet. Jack, pump fakes, throws a screen to number 15 from St. Francis Prep. What a tackle. Loses the helmet. Kyer Griffin. That was Rocco Petronella on the catch. But there's a flag on the play.
Rocco Petronella on the reception.
And Team Long Island is moving backwards.
Kyer Griffin on the
Did
stop.
they hit the quarterback? I'm not sure. You guys can rewind. We're not going to go to the replay just because we have action going on.
For Team NYC, they'll take it.
But yeah, if someone in the chat can just kind of rewind the stream, that's the benefit of being on YouTube. Let me know what you saw there, because I'm gonna keep ticking the action here.
Yeah, Jack Leary and the St. Francis guys, Naeem Cooper marching downfield.
Jack steps up. He's gonna run it. Gonna have to touch him. But that's a 14-yard gain there. Another first down for Team NYC.
How about the mobility from Leary, man?
Jack Leary on the carry.
And is there more laundry on the field? Yes, there is. And that's a holding on Team NYC, shooting themselves in the foot.
Penalty will be holding on the offense.
5:30 on the clock.
Yeah, huge swing in yardage there. That one hurts. Especially after a great heads-up play from Leary, able to bounce outside the pocket, get a good gain downfield.
And I just got an update. There's 3 minutes on the clock. Should the clock be going? So we're going to go with that time? All right, so we are going to go with 3 minutes. We're just trying to get some clarification in the booth here. So 3 minutes. It's a 1st and 20. Jack looks right, throws deep to Kasim. He has a step, but he can't bring it in. But there's laundry all over the field.
Pass is intended by number 1, Kasim Cromwell.
Man, it looked like Cromwell was going to come down with that, but I'm almost positive that's going to be defensive pass interference.
Penalty is on.
And let me tell you, it's not the worst penalty. You know, this is only high school, so it's a 15-yard penalty. From what I know, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm almost positive.
I'm seeing where the ref is. I'm like, it should be.
It looked like they were going to keep walking for a second.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
But no, it's 15.
Because I think sometimes even the referees get like caught in between.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, NFL versus high school.
You'll watch so much football. Sometimes it
literally
overlaps, and it's just like.
So it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Team NYC need to get into the end zone yesterday. That is how urgent it is for them to score here.
Yeah.
Jack's been doing a pretty good job. And make sure you guys stay tuned to the Instagram page, follow Sage Media. We're definitely going to try to get an interview. Jack throws it. And he's met. That is number 11, Chris Peralta. First time calling his name today.
I believe that's the Brentwood product, right? Yeah. Yeah, good linebacker from Suffolk County making a play here late down the stretch.
They do not get rings if they win, but there is a very, very nice trophy on the line here. Jack looks right, steps up into the pocket, and he gets touched down to the 10-yard line. But tick, 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 tick.
Gotta go.
Leary, the ball carrier. First down,
Clock was
NYC.
reset to 2 minutes. It's 2:46 and counting.
Timeout.
Timeout, Team Long Island. 1:41 in on the clock. And you know what? Let's put up an ad that we haven't done yet today. For producers, though. Sage Media Solutions, man. Appreciate everyone for the support. We've been hovering just under. So hold on real quick. You guys did not know the G word is banned from this chat. You should know what I'm talking about. Jared's laughing because Jared knows what I'm talking about. I just can't stand it. I can't stand that word. Anyway. Thank you for supporting Sage Media Solutions, home of live streaming, action photography, whatever you need, we got it. Recording history. That's what we're seeing on the field here at LIU, the second annual Rising Stars game. So it's a 1st and 10. Make sure you follow Sage Media on all social medias. 1st and 10. Jack looks right, throws right. What a play from number 55, Elijah Lewis from Islip. That might have been 6 for Tyshawn.
Yeah, big-time defensive play here. And Islip had another program that had a good season out in Suffolk County. Here we go, huge play.
That should be a false start. Yes, it is.
And I see the Team Long Island sideline on the far side. They're starting to feel it as the clock is ticking.
Swerving it's all good, man. Don't worry about it. There's only one way to learn, right? Make the mistake, and I got you. You back in here. 1 minute timeout. You back in the chat. Shout out to GG Media. Appreciate you.
Oh, GG's in the chat?
GG's in the chat, man. GG's in the chat.
That's the man right there.
Jack looking in the middle field. Has a man, Adrian Antoine. Touchdown, Team NYC.
Touchdown reception number 12, Adrian Antoine.
That's number 2 for Adrian. Man, Adrian Antoine making some big-time plays. And how about that drive from Jack Leary? He completed some crucial passes. And big touchdown for Team NYC. Get within potentially 3. We'll see if, they go for an extra point here.
Great pocket presence from Jack Leary. Adrian Antoine, good job holding on to it. We're going to go to that replay right afterwards. So here's the thing. I mean, are there onside kicks?
There's no onside. That was the first thing I was thinking, and I'm just like, well, there's no onside kicks. I wish there was some sort of substitute, but I don't think there is.
What about, one play, let's say, 1st and goal from the, 15-yard line, and you have to score.
So I was just about to say, essentially, hey, let's have him do, a 4th and 15.
Yeah, something
and
like
be
that.
If you get it, then you get the ball. Some, sort of fun rule.
Kendu throws the 2-point conversion to number 15, Rocco Petronella.
All right, make it a little interesting. I like it. I mean, down by 2, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to bring up to Mac for next year. Hey, let's make a little fun onside kick rule.
Yeah,
because we can, right? It's an all-star game. We can do it.
Guys, let me know in the chat what's a good rule.
17.
Wow, so they're calling the game.
They are, right? Yeah.
Wow, there's a minute 32 left on the clock, but it seems like the referees are unfortunately calling the game there. So Team Long Island defends home field and gets the win. That was an exciting second half.
Unreal second half. I mean, he had some huge plays on both sides. I mean, Cole Vealto with some circus catches. Adrian Antoine, the pure speed. of course, some big plays on defense,
Shout
too.
out to Coach Mack.
Absolutely.
for
I
putting
mean,
this great event
Mr.
together.
Kyer Griffin, if you don't know, now you
Moving the
know.
Chains Academy.
Excellent player.
Like to thank
Number
everybody for
12,
coming out and showing their
Adrian
support.
Antoine, 2 touchdowns on the
And
day.
good luck to all the players
I mean,
in
just a
upcoming season.
tremendous effort. And what a stat from Coach Legree. 3 touchdowns for Team NYC in the Rising Star game.
Oh, I
All
already
South
know.
Shore players.
I knew that was coming. I had a feeling. Oh, Adrian and Tajay have certainly left their mark on this game. I'm excited to see who's next from Legree's squad next year. I mean, man, having football in May, this was awesome. I mean, this was really, really fun.
And we'll try to get the cameras on it. Try to get the cameras on Team Long Island to the left. They're just so pumped up, man. You can see it really meant something to them, and that's what's so great about this game. Some all-star games, you come see the team guys, they kind of go through the motions a bit. None of that in this game. I mean, Justin DiPietro flying all over the place. Number 58, David Lopez, really impressed with him today as well.
Mm-hmm.
And just a tremendous job from Team Long Island. And Jared, your last words here. We're going to go to the on-field celebrations, let's say, and to give out all the trophies.
We're definitely going to go down there. But, yeah, final words, man. Well, first off, a little something funny for people who are like, hey, where are the entertaining plays? Man, it was filled with that in the second half. So much, talent here on both the city and the island. Love how they all came together. Some highlight reel plays. I feel like a lot of people, benefited today. And, man, stay tuned this fall. All these kids are going to be bowlers. Like, we had some of the best here. And, that Long Island celebration right there, I mean, that is the pure, bragging rights. I remember last year, New York City was very hype. This game just has that special kind of feeling to it. And it was awesome to be a part of the second edition.
Absolutely. And again, I really appreciate everybody in the chat. May football, what an effort from both teams. And it was a lot of fun putting this game on, Football is right around the corner. Right around the corner. We're going to stay live through this trophy celebration. I see both teams are separated right now. So hopefully they come back together. So, Jared, you mind? Let's just stay on for maybe like 5-10 minutes. We'll kind of talk to the chat. Maybe just 5 minutes. We'll talk to the chat. You got to – okay, so we're going to have Jared go down. So, Jared, just say – I know you already said your last words. Just say peace out to the chat. I'm going to stick around for 5 minutes, talk with the chat. If you guys want to talk PSAL schedule, Catholic League schedule, we can do that for a bit. Want to talk about my thoughts on the game. We're going to stick around up until they're ready to go to the award ceremony. So, Jared?
Chad, it's been a pleasure as always. Dre, absolute pleasure. And, man, I mean, what a game here at LIU. Long Island wins by 2. And, hey, man, I already can't wait for next year. I mean, football season is going to sneak up very quickly. So, I'm very, very excited. But anyways, guys, I'm sure I'll be talking to all of you soon. And, yeah, enjoy the rest of the broadcast, man. Today was a lot of fun. See you guys later.
Appreciate the great college-educated Jared Veluzzi. So, like I said, we're going to stick around for a bit. Shout out to Josh Kama, man. One of the best running backs in all of New York State. Was selected for this game, opted out, and that's okay. You got to respect that decision. Would have loved to see you play, but give a shout out to Sage Media. We got to come out to a Farmingdale game. Farmingdale, Massapequa, tremendous game in the Nassau Championship. Josh, let me know about your college interests. I'm sure you have some college interests. Big shout out to Coach Mack putting this together. My guy, Coach Ed, PSAL schedule. Talk to me. What do you want to talk to me? What are we saying about the PSAL schedule? What do we think? Who are the favorites in Long Island? Massapequa took it all in the big division. Cary also with a championship. Let me know who you guys got. And who do you think are the MVPs for the game? Definitely let me know who you think are the MVPs. Both teams are going to get offensive and defensive MVP. So, yeah, I see it. It's getting set up on the far. So right now you guys are looking at the left side of the field. On the opposite side of the field is going to be the award ceremony. So we're just going to stay on till then. Jack McCarthy, I thought he had a great game, the Farmingdale standout. Listen, the Catholic League schedule, Coach E, I mean, Cardinal Hayes always has a tough game, man. A tough schedule, but that's why they're one of the best in all of New York State. Made it to another Final Four. So you know how Cardinal Hayes is going to come. I'm definitely going to try to make it out to a Cardinal Hayes game, one of my favorite teams. My way too early favorites, to be honest with you, Curtis, in the PSAL, Curtis really, really reloaded. I think they're bringing back possibly the most talented group. I mean, they probably have two of the top 5 quarterbacks in the whole league, and the Iceman and Caratelli, both on their roster. Quadair Gomez. They've had some big transfers. They lost a lot on the offensive line. But let me tell you something. E. Hall with a chip on their shoulder. This is the first season in 5 or 6 years that E. Hall are not coming into a regular season as the champions. I am very curious to see this new loaded E. Hall team. And as far as the Catholic League, it's all about Iona Prep, man. No disrespect to anyone in the chat, but Iona Prep, I'm pretty sure they've been to 5 championships. I mean, everything runs through them. And of course, you got the Friars out in Huntington. Listen, South Shore. I know I see Coach E had South Shore as his top 3. They lost a lot. So we got to see what they replenish with. So, guys, I'm going to call it a live. I'm going to sign out myself, but stay tuned because we're going to go to the on-field mic so we can hear the players of the game. It was a pleasure, everyone.
Testing. Hello? Oh, y'all can hear me. Hi, this is Zoe, the producer of assistant producer of Sage Media Solutions. Thank you so much for watching. And we're streaming on Monday, so I'll see y'all in 48 hours. Love you, bye.